What is up, Waiver Wire Fiends? Week 9. Short slate of football this week. Yeah, going live on YouTube and Twitch. If you guys have fantasy football questions, make sure you drop them in the comments below.
We are also over on TikTok right now as well. So
absolutely. Feel free to drop us some roses over there.
Yeah,
because that's cool. Yeah, fuck it. Let's get right into it. Eagles Texans already played, but we have the Colts at the Patriots. Yeah.
Okay, so the Colts, you're not going to play Jonathan Taylor, obviously. He's out. Ooh. So you're going to play Deion Jackson.
Our time.
They did say Philip Lindsay will be brought up from the practice squad to help out, but we all know Deion Jackson is going to be getting the majority with Nyheim Hines being traded to Buffalo as well. So that's the main person you're going to want to play for the sleeper of the week, I believe. Just like last time when he played and I called it and said he was going to be a sleeper of the week, I was correct. And then you're going to play Michael Pittman, obviously. And if you're down really bad, that quarterback over there doesn't look terrible.
Sam Ehlinger, hook 'em horns, baby. He looks decent. That's about as much as I'll say about that. Alec Pierce is another name. But, I mean, besides that, Colts are kind of dead in the water as far as fantasy players go. New England Patriots side of the ball. Jacoby Myers. Play fucking Jacoby Myers.
Yes, of course. Put in Jacoby Myers.
I don't understand why people are still sleeping on him. He's had nothing but continuously great weeks. The projections actually are correct sometimes. He is supposed to get 13 points at least every per game.
Yeah.
Ramondre Stevenson still in your good graces?
Of course. I was trying to trade for him in one of my leagues the other day. I ended up trading Jonathan Taylor and Amon Ra for Tyreek Hill instead.
I don't know if you won that trade, but that's neither here nor there.
I won that trade as well.
Anybody else from the Patriots that grabs your eye that you need to play?
Not at all.
Not at all from the Patriots. Okay.
Nick Cassio.
Boom, 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 boom. Just so you guys are aware, we get up at 8 a.m. to do this. That's not something we're usually used to being on camera for at 8 a.m. So
if
you
y'all
can tell we're
on
all tired.
TikTok, y'all can come over to YouTube as well.
Man,
yeah.
The city was partying last night.
Yep.
I didn't get much sleep.
My Houston Astros won.
You know what I'm saying? I ate the
Houston
chicken sandwich.
Astros won the World Series last night, so we were up quite late.
Yeah, bro. We were up quite late. I was celebrating.
Name 5 players. No.
Hey,
someone sent a rose. Appreciate y'all.
Hey, appreciate it. Packers at Lions.
Fuck. Aaron Jones.
Yep.
And then Lions, you're gonna play Amon Ra, and
you gotta stop sleeping on boy Romeo Dubes. Listen, he's hit or miss. And Rodgers loves throwing to him.
I know. I have him in 3 leagues. That's why I know that I shouldn't play him. Is
What
Kenny Galladay a must start? No.
I mean, it depends on what your league looks like, but I'm gonna say no.
Bad, I would say yeah, go for it. But I mean, man.
Yeah, if you're going through it as far as your league goes, sure. But okay.
I would say Swift is a maybe because he's on a count. They're watching his illness.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell it is.
Amon Ra, you start for sure.
Yeah, because TJ Hawkinson's gone, and
he's gone. No.
Traded Gibson, Gallup, and Hunt for Swift, Jamal Williams, and Greg Dulcich. I'm 7-1. Did I win?
Read that back one more time.
Allergic to puss boys. Traded Gibson, Gallup, and Hunt for Swift, Jamal Williams, and Greg Dulcich.
I feel like whoever gets the best player in a fantasy football trade is the one who won, and you got DeAndre Swift. So yeah, I think you won that trade.
Yeah, he says you got DeAndre Swift, so you won for sure. Eagles to the Super Bowl. Hey, it's how it's looking.
Bro.
AJ Green or Kenny Galladay. Damn, you down bad, dog.
Yeah, give me Kenny Galladay. By the way, the Eagles to the Super Bowl. This is a fantasy show, so that does work.
I think I would go Kenny Galladay over AJ Green though, but yeah. Eckler, Kamara, and ETN are my other running backs. Shit, you got it, man. Swift and Williams.
Fucking okay.
Juju or Palmer, bro. I was gonna say this later. I'm going Palmer all day.
Palmer's a stud.
There's no Mike Williams, and then Keenan Allen is all banged
I don't
up.
know if he's
Still
100%,
said he's
yeah.
probably going to get on like IR or something. So I'm going Joshua Palmer.
Yeah. Anybody else from the lines you want to play here? Is Jared Goff a play in fantasy?
Fuck no.
Fair enough.
Tua or Murray? I'm going to go Tua over Murray, my man.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, against the Bears?
Yeah.
I feel that. Chargers at Falcons, boys.
Chargers at Falcons. You're going to play Justin Herbert. You're going to play Austin Eckler. You're going to play Joshua Palmer. And you're going to play Nick's boy. Forgot his name off the top of my head. Deion Jackson or Swift? Bro, I'm going Deion Jackson all day today. Swift is on a count today, so they don't know how long he's going to play, but I'm going Deion Jackson.
I will say the only thing, like they're both plays though, because Green Bay Packers give up 6 yards per rush to opposing running backs. So
pick one: Godwin, Swift, or Jamal Williams or Kirk.
Christian, nope. Give me DeAndre. Even if he is on a snap count.
I think I'm gonna go DeAndre Swift even if he is on snap for all them. Singletary or Cordero at flex.
Give me Singletary.
I think that's a toss-up. I think Cordero is probably going to have a decent game coming back, but he'll be on a snap count. But then Singletary is going to be on a snap count because they just got Nyheim Hines over there.
Yeah.
I think you're good either way. Mostert or Deion Jackson? I think I'm going to go Deion Jackson.
I'm going Deion Jackson.
Yeah.
Although I do have a parlay today for Raheem Mostert anytime touchdown. So
Deion Jackson, Fournette, or Palmer?
Jesus.
I still think I'm going to go Deion Jackson.
I'm going to go Deion Jackson as well.
Jacoby Myers or Scary Terry?
You
kind of got to go Scary Terry then.
No, that Vikings defense is stout, man. I'm going Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby Myers? Okay, he says Jacoby Myers. I say Scary Terry. I think you're fine either way.
Sure.
Deion Jackson or Jamal Williams or Juju. Hey, a bunch of y'all, hit the link in the bio. Come to YouTube and ask. We got all three of us over here. Foreman or Mostert?
Foreman.
I think I'm going to go Foreman over Mostert. Do I risk Connor today or start Dylan? I think you should start Dylan.
Chargers Falcons. Nick, anybody on the Chargers besides Joshua Palmer that you're really playing? And Austin Eckler, obviously.
I mean, I think Gerald Everett for sure. I think he's going to eat as a tight end. There was only that one game he struggled, but he really just missed the catch in the end zone.
Yeah.
Other
than that, he's been there all year.
It's probably the first time I'm actually comfortable, even though Keenan Allen had his hamstring injury again. The first time I'm actually comfortable with Herbert coming off of the bye, seeing how his ribs have not gotten worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I don't think there's anything else really to add there. On the Atlanta side of the ball, are you playing Kyle Pitts?
I feel like this week with
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, I was about to say like there's too many tight ends that I can play. I feel Isaiah Likely from Baltimore, Tyler Conklin maybe from New York, even Evan Ingram from Jacksonville.
Yeah.
So Taysom Hill's available in some leagues. The worst game he had was like 6 points, which is better than what Kyle Pitts is giving you.
You're not wrong. Cordell is back. I believe he is in a snap count this week. I think he's a start in most deep leagues. I don't think he's a start in every single league per se. But Marcus Mariota, so your starting quarterback for your fantasy football team. Here comes Caleb.
Ouch! Marcus Mariota is not a starting quarterback for my team unless I'm down very bad. 2 weeks ago, I was down very bad, and I had Marcus Mariota, and I scooped up Heineke, and it worked out better.
Yeah. Speaking of Heineke, the Commanders are using him as the picture for the quarterback for their 2023 season ticket holders.
That's all that. Bye-bye,
So Carson. See ya. Goodbye. Good riddance. Drake London is obviously a play. Cornell and Al Jair are going to be a kind of a monitoring situation. I don't know if I really start either of those, in my opinion. But nonetheless, we move on. Bills at Jets.
Okay, so we're going to play Josh Allen. We're going to play Stephon Diggs. You got to play Gabe Davis until he shows you shouldn't. Dawson Knox. You could play Nyheim Hines and Singletary if you have either one. And, yeah. And their defense. Go for it. And their kicker. Go for it. Play everyone.
I'm not playing Knox for shit, but
yeah, I mean, Knox is the only one I would disagree with, but that's because he's not put up single game production yet all year.
Yeah, I feel like if he's your only tight end at this point, you just didn't try to get another tight end, and that's on you. I mean, literally, Mark Andrews is out today, and Isaiah Likely is just sitting there. Lamar has to throw to somebody.
Yeah, has to.
There's too many damn weapons on Buffalo. If you're not Diggs, I would say I'd feel worried about you not getting plays. I have Gabe Davis, and there's games where I get 40 points, and there's games where I get freaking 5 points. Taylor.
That's kind of the downfall. Taylor J. Day, YouTube says, do you trust DeAndre Swift today? I think I trust any running back going against that Green Bay buttered defense.
I traded it.
He is running up against a defense that, if I'm not mistaken, is allowing close to 6 yards per carry on average.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great thing for him, man.
I think it's more so of a question that I don't not trust DeAndre Swift, but I don't trust the Green Bay Packers defense.
That makes sense.
That's how I would put it. Speaking of Dawson Knox, he has not shown me, at least, why he has any production value at the tight end position, but that's just me. Jets side of the ball, Tyler Conklin, you said it already. He's a play. Michael Carter and James Robinson. I'm not sure what the situation is yet over there with those two.
But they said James Robinson's probably not going to play this week due to injury. But
that makes sense.
I mean, it makes sense for him. I think Michael Carter. The thing with Michael Carter is he probably is going to have a game here or there, but I wouldn't keep him longevity-wise. I try to grenade him to somebody else because at some point James Robinson is going to get healthy, and at some point he is going to compete for a spot, and you're going to have one of those Kansas City Buffalo Bills thing where they're going to use 2 of them or 3 of them. Shit, look at Washington. You don't know who's going to go at some point.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I think that, and then that rookie from Ohio State, whose name is passing up on my mind right now, but thoughts on Rondale Moore moving forward?
That's
I mean, Arizona's a tricky situation right now because they don't really have any kind of consistency. I mean, even looking back at his game log, right? 16th, he had 6 catches for 49. Then he had 1 for 31, and then he had 7 for 92 and a touchdown. There's no consistency there. He's a boomer bust kind of play, and that's kind of how I'd approach that moving forward, honestly.
Yeah, he's one of those. If I have him, I'm trying to trade him for somebody more consistent. Somebody is going to want him for sure for that. Just 20-something points he put up a week ago.
Yep.
But I think, especially now, if you're in playoff mode, you have to look forward a few weeks and see what are they going to do when those times come up.
Yeah, I agree. Vikings at Commanders. Yeah. Well, let's go with the Commander side of the ball. Scary Terry's play, I think.
Yeah.
I think he's playing pretty much every league. Thank you, Taylor Heineke.
Nah, I mean, I guess if you only had Dak Prescott, I guess as quarterback, I would say maybe, but a lot of the teams on bye, their quarterbacks aren't who I'm looking at. I guess it's more of their other players.
Skill positions.
Yeah. I say Curtis Samuel's I was worried about him, but he's been consistent with his 12 to 10 point range.
Brian Robinson is another solid fantasy option over there. He's been running not necessarily for more than 100 yards, but it's been 15 carries for 60 yards and a touchdown, and he's been kind of involved in the passing game here and there. So solid fantasy play nonetheless. But Cordell Patterson and Eno Benjamin.
I think I'm gonna go Cordell on that one.
I think I'm gonna go Eno, but that's just because I don't trust James Conner at all.
Yeah, I mean,
James Conner's always hurt.
He is always hurt, but I have a feeling they're gonna try to bring him back. So I just think that's gonna mess up Eno's snap counts a bit.
Good mess up that funk. Devin Rogers picked 2 running backs: Montgomery Swift, Jameson, Jamal Williams, and Deion Jackson. Thanks, guys. Devin, thank you for showing up continuously. We appreciate you. We'll go Deion and DeAndre Swift out of those 2. That's who I would run with. DeAndre, a favorable matchup against a butter Green Bay defense, and then Deion Jackson blew up the last time he started for Indianapolis. So I'm playing him.
Yeah. I'm going to agree with that.
Yeah. Viking side of the ball. Justin Jefferson, Dalvin Cook, kind of been iffy so far this year. But Kirk Cousins is a starting fantasy.
I feel with him getting TJ, I think you kind of can push him a little. He had 0 production almost from the tight end spot. I think it was 32 in the league on like passes and yards. It was like 31 or something. It was terrible. So,
and Irvson Jr. is now out for most of the rest of the year. So
yeah,
I think Kirk's a play. I think TJ's probably a play this week too. I think they're going to try to get him involved early and often, and kind of hurts Adam Thielen owners, in my opinion. But
yes, I've been trying to trade him.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all we really got for the Vikings on this one. Let's catch up on YouTube here. Keith Maridi said, Star 1, Jamal Williams, Rondell Moore, Deion Jackson, full PPR. Start Deion Jackson, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think Deion Jackson's going to have a game. I mean, somebody has to freaking run the ball. And last time he did it, he showed up. He was a nice asset to the team.
Luka Magic, with a paragraph, said, would you change anything for the rest of the year? 12-man, half PPR, Cousins, ETN, Kenneth Walker, Mike Evans, AJ Brown, Goddard, Chubb, Brian Robinson, Allen Robinson, Rashad White, Deion Jackson, and Carr and Sutton. Would I change anything? Not necessarily. And then the follow-up comment is, do I drop Carr for Danny Dimes for the rest of the year? Honestly, I feel like if you're past your bye weeks, you don't need more than 1 quarterback on your roster, but that's just me.
That's how
especially if you got somebody like Danny Dimes just chilling on the waiver wire, just drop Derek Carr and see who else is out there. Just grab somebody who's a utility player.
Yeah.
But that is just me.
Yeah, I wouldn't. The other one I would be is Allen Robinson. I mean, I don't mind you keeping him because if he ever decides to show up in fantasy.
Yeah.
But.
JD, what do you think about all the recent Kyron Williams talk? Is the hype worth the roster spot right now? Well, Cam Akers is rumored to be a huge focal point moving forward. Man, listen, you could pick him up and put him in a dusty old bench spot. If you have a taxi squad, absolutely do it. But personally speaking, I'm not picking him up to keep him. That is just me. All right, Panthers at Bengals. Dante Foreman is the running back 1 in Carolina. Must play.
Foreman all day.
Yeah, Foreman's a stud. DJ Moore, by the way. Thank you, PJ Walker. Thank you, PJ Walker.
PJ Walker.
Thank you,
Roughnecks.
PJ Walker.
The Houston Roughnecks. Undefeated quarterback.
DJ Moore, if I'm not mistaken, with back-to-back 14-point performances in half PPR leagues.
I will give y'all my sleeper for that team. Terrace Marshall Jr., wide receiver. He's number 2 wide receiver now because homeboy left to Arizona. He's a guy to look out for. He had almost 13 points. PJ is making sure to find him the ball when he can't find DJ Moore.
And I love that. I love that. Love the fact that PJ Walker is getting his shine in the NFL. He will probably be seen as a bridge quarterback, and he won't be able to keep that spot. But hopefully, Carolina's smart enough to roll with a cheap quarterback. Devin says, I have Diggs and Brown starting, but I need 2 more out of the Lockett, Boyd, Palmer, and Bobby Trees. Give me Tyler Lockett, and honestly, give me Boyd as well.
Nah, bro, you're going to go Tyler Lockett and Palmer.
It's not a for sure, but I'm going either Boyd or Palmer.
I'm going Tyler Lockett. I'm going Tyler Lockett and Palmer.
I think you're safe either way, Devin. I think out of those 3, you can't really go wrong. With Jamar Chase being out, that's kind of where I'm at. Speaking of Jamar Chase and being out, the Bengals side of the ball with Tyler Boyd. Real quick, we have Pate on YouTube. Mark Andrews is out, and I don't even know what to do. On my bench is JT, Saquon, Dak, Kareem Hunt, Amari Cooper because they're on buys and have injuries. They have no bench space and no idea who to drop to replace Mark Andrew. Drop Dak. Quarterbacks are replaceable, man. That's the number one thing. If Isaiah Likely is out there, pick him up because he's probably going to eat this week. That's just me.
Yep, I had to play him because I have a tight end on by Dalton Schultz, and then freaking what's his name decides to never show up for the freaking Raiders, so I had to pick up Isaiah Likely.
Give me some under the radar second half breakout players to look for.
Look,
man,
I'm gonna say some stuff because I'm more than likely in the SLG league. I'm not gonna even be playing for longevity. Jarvis Landry's still out there. Somebody's got to catch the ball in the Saints. Terrace Marshall is number 2. DJ Moore is gonna get a lot of double teams. Ravens defense, if you can get them, that schedule after their bye is a juicy one. They're playing a ton of terrible quarterbacks like Pittsburgh and whoever knows who the hell the Titans are throwing out there.
Yeah. Marshall from Carolina is one to keep an eye on because he's been balling with PJ Walker. Isaiah Pacheco has been a name that we've been saying all year, and he's starting to get his shine as far as reps goes. Yeah, I think those are probably the two. If you were here at the beginning of the year, we were huge. I was huge on Brian Robinson and Kenneth Walker. Both showed up, so those two players I keep an eye on. Devin said, appreciate you guys. We got you, man. T-Nell Forrest said, yo, what's up, boys? Do I start Joshua Palmer or Rondale Moore? You start Joshua Palmer. Rondale Moore is inconsistent. He is as bipolar as some of the people in most of our lives when it comes to his fantasy stats. So,
yeah,
okay.
Palmer's going to have a really good game.
I agree. Bengals side of the ball, Joey B. No Jamar Chase. Is he not a superhero anymore for some reason?
All the gritties he was doing.
Shit, might have caused him some issues. Tyler Boyd play. I'm struggling to remember the name of the tight end that they have over there, but you traded him away.
Over where?
Oh,
in Cincinnati.
Hurst?
Yeah, Hurst. Hunter Hurst. It's got to be a play with Jamar Chase being out.
Yeah, I traded him because I had my other tight end. Now I want to
I think that's it. Either of those defenses are probably appealing plays in that game too.
I do say if you have a Mixon,
yeah,
he's probably going to have one of the better end of the half game years because of schedule. I mean, he still has to play it out, but
it's an easy schedule, and also Jamar Chase is not there. So
yeah.
Raiders at Jaguars. Raiders, Waller, Adams, Josh Jacobs, Hunter Renfrow. I think sadly they're all still plays in my opinion.
Yeah,
all of them. Each one has had their respective little streak where they've gone on to do something significant, but I think you have to play every single one of them because they all have potential to do a ton.
Yeah.
However, Derek Carr kind of
he gave me a big fat goose egg last week.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Derek Carr. That might be the only player in the Las Vegas team I don't start.
I did see a lot of people dropping their kicker, and I'm like, bro, he had one bad game out of the year. It was a fat 0 thanks to Carr, but he's still with that fat 0. He's ranked like 5th still. It's like
I know I asked about my running backs already, but I'm a little bit nervous about Swift being limited because of his injury. I understand. And let me scroll back up here and see what we were at. You said Montgomery, Swift, Jamal Williams, and Deion Jackson. I mean, if you feel that way, throw Jamal Williams in with Deion Jackson. But I feel like the Packers have a lot of problems stopping high-end speed when it comes to running backs, and that's what DeAndre Swift brings to the table. So I personally would play DeAndre Swift even with a 20 stat count.
Like for me, Montgomery, I want to play him because I have to play him, but I don't trust him more. I trust Swift's injury more than Montgomery right now, which is kind of sad.
Montgomery's going up against the Dolphins defense that just got Bradley Chubb too. So
Yeah.
that up front is going to be kind of dangerous. Gibran Torres said Allen Robinson or Joshua Palmer for the flex. Allen Robinson has been about as consistent as my workout schedule. So I'm going to go with Joshua Palmer on this one. Yeah. Jaguars side of the ball. ETN, another guy I was very high on early this year. Starting to pop off, do his thing. Sunshine, starting to be that guy. What's up with your boy Christian Kirk?
I have no idea.
Nick, can you drop the link in the TikTok, please?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with him. I don't know if he got nervous or something.
He seemed nervous. He seemed hella nervous. Nonetheless, Christian Kirk should be a play. Evan Ingram should be a play because he's been consistently doing something down there. Dolphins at Bears. Bears. Oh, sorry. Thoughts on Tony Pollard and situations? Do you think either takes over their backfields by the fantasy playoffs? I think Tony Pollard is becoming undeniable at that running back position down in Dallas.
Yeah, if you can trade for him on the low, I say get him. It's going to be hard after that 40-point damn game he put up. But one thing is he plays Houston like week 14, I think, or something. That's going to more than likely be a game where he blows up, which is in a crucial moment of your playoffs. So.
Barkley says Juju, Christian Kirk, or Lazard. Out of those three, give me Christian Kirk. Allen Lazard, again, not as consistent as he should be. Although he has put up numbers. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's a bad play by any means, but if I'm not mistaken, the dude has not been what he should be.
Christian Kirk's kind of not showing up every game, but give it time, I feel.
Patrick says, how you feel about Swift? My other options are Pacheco and White, so I feel like I have to start him. You do. Against the Green Bay Packers defense is giving up 6 yards per carry.
Yeah, you got to hope that he just is healthy enough to – he's been out a few times already, so you would think that it's not as serious.
Yep. Yeah. The Lost Tape says, start Justin Fields or Kirk Cousins. Well, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I'm going Kirk. He has a new toy over there to play with.
Yeah. Yeah, and so does Justin Fields, but he's going up against a Miami defense that's pretty stout, actually. So, Into Glue says Drake, Herbert, or Swift at running back. Wasn't sure because Swift is going to get much touches. Listen, if he gets 10 touches against the Green Bay Packers defense like this, he'll have probably 60 yards and a touchdown. Because they suck. So
I think he'll get a goal line touchdown somewhere today.
But if you have Kenyon Drake and Herbert as your other two options, I'm taking that risk and going with Swift anyways.
Because Herbert may get outplayed by Montgomery again, and with Drake, he's
inconsistent.
Hey, if y'all are here from TikTok, be sure to subscribe, please.
100%. Raul Sonato says, who two would you start? Palmer, Lazard, or Patterson? Also Gino or Kirk? I'm gonna go Palmer and Lazard. I think. Nick, agree?
And then take Patterson just because he had a full week of. Now I'm gonna go Palmer for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at Lazard though.
I'm not either.
He has to throw the ball to somebody. He's been, I want to say, the most consistent outside of Dubes.
Right.
So and he looks pissed off this week. So I like an Aaron Rodgers that's pissed off.
I also like an Aaron Rodgers that's pissed off. Gino or Kirk? Gino's balling, but Kirk's gonna have a new shiny toy against, if I'm not mistaken, against the Commanders defense that even Rodgers scored 23 points against. So
yeah, Commanders D is terrible.
We are Commanders. To answer your question, I think you're safe either way. I'm gonna play Christian or motherfucking Kirk Cousins. That's what I was looking for. Diego said, "Do I start Christian Kirk this week?" Depends on who have against him. I mean, if you have better talent, then absolutely start the better talent. But if he's an option and you need somebody, play him.
I mean, he's playing Vegas. They gave up a ton of yards to nobodies against my Texans a few weeks ago. I get why you're worried though. He had a huge start and then been super inconsistent. But I think if you don't have anybody else, then like Calvin said, then you have to play him at this point.
If y'all are coming from TikTok, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Costs you guys nothing. We're here every Sunday at 8 a.m. If for whatever reason the alarms don't go off, then Caleb is usually up before the gym anyways on TikTok doing his thing. So Calvo on YouTube said, "Good morning, fellas. Sit one, Jamal Williams, Swift, or Deion Jackson." That's a toss-up between Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift. If you feel comfortable with the low potential of DeAndre against Green Bay, then you said Jamal Williams.
Yeah, I think I'd have to play Swift and Deion Jackson in that one.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Patterson or Gibson, full PPR. I mean, we know what Gibson is, right? Like he's going to catch a couple passes. He might do something in the passing game, but I'm gonna go Cordell Patterson for boom or bust potential. That's just who I am though as a fantasy owner.
It's hard because Gibson's had 2 good games now where they've messed with Brian Robinson.
Yeah.
He did play against Green Bay though, which Calvin all day has been saying is like Swiss cheese. And then he did play against the Colts, which is not the defense we thought it was. So he's going against Minnesota. I think they're going to struggle a bit more. I would say I'm going to put Patterson in after a full week of practice. Practice?
And Barkley says, Benjamin over AJ Dillon? ? Yeah, AJ Dillon doesn't seem to be here this year.
Yeah, I traded him, thankfully.
You traded him for Derrick Henry. So
Hey,
don't hate the player, hate the game. Do you think AJ Dillon will ever break out? Without having a number 1 wide receiver, our running offense is hand the ball to Aaron Jones. He does something, hand the ball to AJ Dillon, 2-yard gain. I'm going to say no for right now, but I feel like if they add some weapons this offseason, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Interglue said Herbert, Drake, Mooney, or Garrett Wilson at flex. Garrett Wilson is the receiver I was referring to earlier who played for New York from Ohio State. That dude's a fucking stud. I will play Garrett Wilson in the flex, in my opinion.
Kenyon Drake's one that I want to play. Or no, wait, is that Kenyon Drake or is it?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's Kenyon Drake. Yep.
Yeah. But I would go Garrett Wilson for sure. I think he has the more upside of giving you a consistent number what you're going to get. I mean, that's just all Zach Wilson actually shows that he'll love to play once. But
Will Scala showing he plays in the deep leagues here by saying start 1 full PPR, Robert Trees, DeAndre Carter, Terrace Marshall, or Van Jefferson. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to ride with you on this one, Nick. You said Terrace Marshall is PJ Walker's go-to target.
I'm trying to get him in all leagues. Now, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket for this week. But, I mean, he's going up against Cincinnati. They lost their number 1 cornerback. Somebody's going to be guarding DJ Moore. So he's going to be able to do.
He'll be open. Yeah. I'm going to go Terrace Marshall.
I'm going to ride with my boy. I'm getting him in all my leagues that I can. More than likely, for me, when I need him, he's not going to show up. But, hey, for you,
need what? Juju, Lockett, Patterson, or Mostert?
Link, please.
Gotcha.
Tyler Lockett. As long as Geno is still the quarterback, Tyler Lockett is the play. In my opinion.
Yeah, I can't take Tyler Lockett out comfortably and not play him.
Can't do it.
And Geno's been playing phenomenal over there. I heard
Geno's
that the Broncos try to trade for him. Yeah, I mean, for sure, Lockett, you have to play. Juju, I get it, but also, man, I honestly feel Juju is going to be one of those guys that gets a little bit of his shine taken away with their trades that they made.
Yeah, I agree. But Bateman out for the rest of the year is Duvernay the guy now outside of Andrews? I think it's Duvernay and Isaiah Likely. I think both of them are going to get a lot of shine for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I have Duvernay in 2 leagues, and I'm actually a little more comfortable now. Sadly, I don't want to see Bateman down, but
yeah, Duvernay and Isaiah Likely are probably going to be the biggest options for the Baltimore Ravens moving forward, and that makes all the sense. Seahawks at Cardinals. Seahawks, Geno. I believe DK's back. Tyler Lockett. Play all those. You can play any fantasy fucking tight end from Seattle because apparently Geno just spreads the ball around like butter on fucking toast.
He does it everywhere.
It's
you get
fucking.
You get a ball.
It's fucking Oprah with cars. On the Cardinals side of the ball, Kyler Murray. Woo! Kyler Murray. Woo! New Call of Duty didn't affect you that badly. Woo! Yeah. Hollywood Browns down, but good old fashioned DeAndre Hopkins is back to save the day. Don't worry. Eno Benjamin is a play in my opinion, and Zach Ertz has been one of the top tight ends in fantasy for the entirety of this year. So
yeah.
Anybody else to add there? Either of you?
No, I don't really think so. I think you got it pretty much right. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins been having a crazy.
He's been having a crazy comeback tour.
Half of a season, yeah, comeback tour. Don't let the Call of Duty shit scare you.
It scares me.
It kind of does scare me though, having DeAndre. But for right now, I'm gonna roll with it.
Would you rather have Likely or Ingram rostered?
I think I'm gonna pick Likely over Ingram.
Man, listen, I think Ingram's probably the third option on his team. Yeah. I think Likely is going to be the fourth because they're going to run the ball. That's what the Ravens do. So I think Likely's got the blow-up potential. I'm going to keep Evan Ingram for right now, though. That's just me.
I mean, Evan Ingram has the more spreadsheet of longevity. I mean, 10 points as a tight end this year is not terrible.
Not terrible. Rondale Moore versus Seattle or Jacob Myers versus the Colts half-point PPR. Which defense can shut down the player? Thank you for the question. Rondale Moore is very inconsistent so far from what I've seen in his fantasy numbers this year. I'm going to go Jacoby Myers because he's continued to give production. Not saying that either defense is going to be able to shut down either player, but Jacoby Myers has been more consistent with New England than Rondale has been with Arizona.
This could be a week where Rondale Moore gets 20 points or he gets 3 points.
Yep, which is the case for his last 2 weeks. Rams at Buccaneers. Sorry. Devin said this question is from my brother Joshua Palmer or Garrett Wilson.
Ooh,
Joshua Palmer, Garrett Wilson. Joshua Palmer, Garrett Wilson. You know what? Give me Joshua Palmer because. Shut up. Give me Joshua Palmer because they're going up against the Falcons, whereas Garrett Wilson has the Buffalo defense to get with this week.
Yeah, I'm going to go Palmer. 1, in the defenses, and 2, he has a better quarterback to get him the ball.
Are you saying that Zach Wilson is not a good quarterback?
Yeah, I'm just saying that
he sleeps with MILFs, dog.
That's fine. I'm proud of you for that, and I look up to you for certain things, but not for your football skill set that you – I think he had like 3 interceptions last game or some shit.
He did.
It was terrible.
He did. Guillermo Torres, thank you for subscribing to the YouTube. Appreciate you.
Much love. This team looks way different, and sadly, I'm going to say this, it looks different than when Joe Flacco was in there. Not saying it was better, but the ball movement was better.
You're not
like
wrong.
When you have an old school point guard, and then you get a new point guard, and he's like, I just want to score, dog. And it's like, well, can we pass the ball, bro?
Jacoby Myers or Romeo Doubs? Dobbs. However the fuck you pronounce his name. Full PPR. I'm going to go against the – man, I don't think you lose in this pick, honestly. Jacoby Myers is consistent. Romeo's got blow potential. That's the only thing I'll say for him. He's not consistent at all.
If I'm going for consistency, Jacoby Myers, just because no matter who his quarterback is, he seems to be in the mix.
Yeah, 100%.
Dobbs, whatever his name is, he does have blow up potential, but as we know, I don't know who the hell Aaron Rodgers is going to throw to each week. So.
I don't know who the hell Aaron Rodgers is anymore. Anyways, Rams at Bucks. Cooper Kupp. Woo! Play Cooper Cup. Woo! Matthew Stafford, disappointing as fuck, per usual.
Little
Woo!
Caesars should be ashamed.
Yeah, you ain't lying. Tyler Higbee is still played, though, because he is his security blanket. Me and Nick love that word. And he's going to continue to dump it down to him on plays where Cooper Cup's not open.
Yep.
Bucks side of the ball, Mike Evans, Godwin. Brady's not a play, but he does get the ball to those players, and Fournette should be a half decent play in most fantasy leagues. So
yeah, honestly, even though their teams, I think, like almost dead last in the run, he's still doing enough to warrant a start every week.
Hundo P. Titans at Chiefs on Sunday Night Football.
I'm actually playing. Well, see, yeah, I mean, I think Derrick Henry's gonna have a great game. I actually am having to play Kansas City's defense this week, and it's only because I feel nothing against Derrick Henry. I think he's gonna eat again, have his points that he has, but it's only because of the quarterback situation.
Yeah.
That, I mean, I saw Malik Willis versus my Texans, and on the legs he was good, but on his throwing was that was.
It looks like Malik Willis, which is why he gets drafted as high as he should have. I think I'm only comfortable playing Derrick Henry. I think that's it. Nicholas Monty, thank you for subscribing to the YouTube. Appreciate that. The Chiefs side of the ball. That backfield's kind of confusing, man. Pacheco and Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And they said McKinnon's going to be in there also. They said
Jesus.
They want to run 3 running backs at the same time.
This is turning into a fucking casting couch situation more so than it is a fucking backfield. Yes, you heard me, Kayla.
We talking about casting couches? What happened?
The Chiefs backfield, that's what happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Travis Kelce is a play. I think it's kind of hard to play any other wide receiver out there because they just lack consistency.
Yeah, I mean, I know people picked up Hardman, MVS, Juju's there, but it's just we speak about it. It's harder with this team than it is with like Buffalo. You know, Diggs is going to get his touches. You know, there's going to be a few games here or there that Gabe gets his touches. But with this team, it seems like Patrick Mahomes. If you're not Travis Kelce, you're going to get your touches if it's there, and if it's not, well, I don't really care because we're going for the
Sorry about it. And our final game of the slate, we have the Ravens at the Saints. Let's talk about Ravens first. Isaiah Likely is someone we've been hammering so far today because he has all the love to get now from Lamar Jackson, him and Duvernay. So I think that those are the plays. I'm done trusting Kenyon Drake, but that's just me. Tyler J-Day says Jamal Williams, Adam Thielen, Romeo Dukes, full PPR.
Ooh.
Give me Jamal for consistency and safe. Give me Romeo for the blow-up potential. However you may take that. If you're a consistent person and you like safe plays, go Jamal Williams. He's going to be all right.
I think Jamal gives you a nice, not amazing stat line, but I think he gives you enough to give you some
10 to 12?
Yeah.
10 to 12, somewhere in there.
So you don't get a fat 0.
I agree. Vito Trapiano. I think I said your name right, and if I did, you got to hit the sub button. Khalil Herbert or DeAndre Swift PPR. Give me DeAndre Swift, even on the snap count. On the snap count, even still. Khalil Herbert has been just
non-existent some weeks.
Hit or miss. Like he's either that guy or he's not there.
Even the week Montgomery went down, Khalil Herbert went reclusive, and I don't know where the hell he went. So I think Swift. I mean, I've had Swift on every league until this week. I traded him, but he's one person for sure I was gonna play this week because of that defense he's going up against.
Yeah.
Maybe he gets re-injured, but I mean, if he gets re-injured after 10 points, I mean, you can't be mad at that.
Yeah, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Bob on YouTube. Thanks for stopping by. I said McCole Hardman or DeAndre Carter. I already have Palmer starting. I'm going to go McCole Hardman.
Yeah, I don't know if I really want to. trust DeAndre Carter that much. I think Hardman's shown you enough where he's gonna get you something.
Yeah, well, he's a security blanket for Patrick Mahomes when he has nobody else to throw to. He loves those quick drag routes with him. That's why I'm gonna stick with him.
Yeah, I think DeAndre Carter will get overshadowed by their tight end. So, and then also can catch the ball too. So,
Saints side of the ball. Alvin Kamara kind of looks like that guy again.
He does. I traded him because I thought he was going to jail, but
yeah. Jarvis Landry is still available in many leagues. Michael Thomas is out for the rest of the year because his toe hurts.
If you have a spot, I say add him. I don't think this is the week to play him. I don't even know if he plays this week. He's not 100%, so they may just keep him out another game. But for sure, going forward, I think after like this week per se, I would say Jarvis Landry is a guy that you can maybe look at.
Sure. I'm against Mahomes though. Does that matter? If anything, it makes it better if McCole Hardman goes off.
So that's what I do if I know like the other day I had I want to say Herbert on bye, so I was going up against Devontae Adams. So I played Derek Carr as my backup quarterback, and it ended up working out because both of them sucked.
What happened to him?
I don't know. He left us. He said,
I had to check my door quick. Hold up.
Hey.
But yeah, so if he's going up against, if you got Mahomes going up against Mahomes and Hardman has a good game, I mean,
I think that just works better for you.
Yeah, because then both of y'all get a point, and it really doesn't hurt you as much.
Right.
Now, if he just feeds Travis Kelce for like 40 fantasy points, then it's gonna hurt. But
then it'll hurt a little bit. But yeah, that's it for the NFL slate. I don't know if Caleb wants to open it back up.
So many people on TikTok.
Bro, come to YouTube.
I'm trying to get them to come to YouTube.
What do you think about Christian Kirk this week? I think Christian Kirk's a solid fantasy play this week.
Hey, y'all come over to YouTube. That link right there.
I'm trying to get him to go to YouTube. Hey, come over to YouTube.
Forgot to mute myself. Shut up.
The Raiders. That Raiders defense is non-existent. They have one of the. I didn't know they have one of the easiest schedules this year.
Yeah,
and they're still getting beat by so many teams.
They're so cheeks.
I think for sure this week Christian Kirk is a play for you.
Appreciate that, bum. Yeah, facts. I was from TikTok so much better here. Appreciate it. You don't gotta look at that ugly ass mug. You get to look at 3 of them. So that works.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say something like that.
Hey, we all fucking ugly. You better chill.
I just woke up.
My mama thinks I'm cute. Anyways, bum, thank you for coming from TikTok. We genuinely appreciate it. Make sure you hit the sub button.
Tell everybody else from TikTok to come over here.
Yeah, bum, get in there and start yelling at him. Just fucking never mind. Bled214 on YouTube said, hey guys, start 2 in full PPR. Jacoby Myers, Rondale Moore, and Deion Jackson. Jacoby Myers, Deion Jackson.
Yeah, I can go with that one. I don't think Rondale Moore. I can't trust him like that.
I'm not trusting him. Okay, here we go. Hawk or likely?
Ooh.
I'm gonna go likely.
I think with Andrews out, likely is going to do very well today. I don't want to say I don't want to say blow up because then people were expecting like 60 damn points. But if you get a good 15 to 20 from him, I won't be surprised. I'm playing him in my league. I have to play him. I mean, even if I didn't, I would pick him up on my bench and just leave him there.
Bob said, all right, thanks guys. You just earned a like and a sub from me. We appreciate that, man, so much.
Appreciate it.
Calvo said Bengals D or Vikings D.
He got out here and said everyone go to their YouTube. It's way easier for them to answer questions. YouTube's in their bio. Yes, y'all listen to him.
We're gonna. If there's ever a VIP for YouTube, bum, you just earned yourself a damn spot. Okay. Calvin said Bengals D or Vikings D. Man,
I mean, Vikings are going up against
the good old Commanders. Whereas the good old Bengals are going up against Carolina Panthers and PJ Walker and DJ Moore.
So I know the Bengals, they have injuries for sure. I was gonna play them this week because they're projected high.
Yeah, very much so.
But a lot of Bengal fans were telling me that their defense is atrocious, so I went away from them.
Apparently their defense is booty cheeks, like fresh out of the crack house booty cheeks. Not like good.
Yeah.
Like just really, really bad.
I'm gonna go with Vikings.
Me too. Especially because they have a lot of pressure on that quarterback. Taylor Heineke does not throw well under pressure. Likely is the likely option. That seems good there.
Yes.
Okay, another question. Should I roll Hawk or Mooney in the flex? Give me Hawk over Mooney. Because, I mean, with good old fucking Chase Claypool showing up in Chicago, I feel like Mooney's going to see a step back in production, but that's just me. Braden Powell on YouTube says, Patterson or Eno Benjamin? I'm still going Eno Benjamin.
Oh, man, I want to play Cordell.
I do too, because I want him to be the guy he was before he got hurt.
I think Cordell comes back this week. He had a full week of practice. I think he comes back this week. I tried to trade for him. Nobody wanted to trade me.
So you roll with Cordell?
I'm going to roll with Cordell.
I think they're both safe plays, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Eno's going to be bad. I do feel they're going to try to force the starter over there to come back at some point, James Conner. So I do feel like if a game where Eno's going to have a good game still is going to be this week.
Yeah.
And then he'll probably get bamboozled and digress, like you said, after this. Yeah.
Sebastian said Jacoby Myers, Jamal Williams, full PPR this week. Honestly, if it's full PPR, I'm going Jacoby Myers because Jamal doesn't catch that many balls out of the backfield. And I feel like they're going to try to hammer DeAndre Swift into a lot of that snap count. Green Bay also, something that people don't seem to realize, Green Bay also likes to hold the ball for a very long time on offense. So they take time and possession away from other teams, and that kind of kills running games. So another reason to take Jacoby Myers.
Once I saw Jacoby Myers get that one-hand catch, I was
disgusting. Playing for the rest of the year. Diego said pick 2, bench 1, likely Duvernay or Everett. Okay, hear me out. I know we've been hammering likely. I'm going Duvernay and Everett, and I'm benching likely here. That's me.
I'm actually in the same boat with you. I would do that. Everett, I think you have to play him. He's been consistent.
Yeah.
Duvernay has honestly not been terrible for where you've probably drafted him or gotten him in a trade for. Likely is going to have a good game, but he may have a okay game. Whereas I think Duvernay is going to he's number 1 over there. Yeah. He's going to catch the ball for sure. And I mean, dude's fast as hell.
Eno Benjamin or Drake London? Ooh. Braden, I get the feeling you don't like Eno Benjamin.
He's like, I don't want to play it, man.
He's like, give me a reason not to play this fucking guy.
I have Drake London. I want to play him this week.
Man, he started out on fire.
I'm thinking, and this is me being 100%. I have David Montgomery playing in my flex area. I think I'm going to play Drake London over him. So I can see where you're going with it, Braden. But if Eno has a good game, it's this week for sure. I'm going to say that this is 1 week. They're not going to rush Connor back.
No, especially because he fumbles the ball a lot.
Yes, and we know Seattle has been on fire.
True. What do you guys think about Aaron Jones this week? I think that if the Green Bay Packers give him the ball more than 16 times, I think he has top 3 running back potential.
Yeah.
If they don't, then he's booty cheeks because he doesn't get the fucking ball.
I mean, they started using him a little more as a receiver, which I think even brings his value up more. Because I was going to trade him, but then I'm glad I didn't because last week he balled.
Yo, rank these 3. Mostert, DJ Moore, Boyd, PPR. Out of those 3, I'm going to go DJ Moore. And then it's kind of a toss-up between Boyd and Mostert, honestly. DJ Moore has had a career resurgence ever since PJ Walker took over. Like, because he was dead in the water with Baker Mayfield. And now he's 14 points per game, I think, over the last 2. So, DJ Moore, number 1, and then it's Boyd or Mostert in a toss-up there.
Yeah, I think out of consistency and out of who they have against them, I think DJ Moore for sure. And then Boyd, I think you have to the number 1's out over there. He has to throw to somebody. Morster, I don't mind him, but who was the other running back they traded for from San Francisco? Wilson, right?
Jeff Wilson Jr., who's going to get a lot of the rub because he's a part of Mike McDaniel's system.
Hey, what's 47 minus 23?
What the hell? 24?
Okay, that's how many new followers I just got us on TikTok.
Big.
Fuck yeah, baby. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if you're coming here from TikTok. We genuinely appreciate it. We got a lot of comments to catch up on. Let's get through
everybody from TikTok. All three of us are here right now. Any questions we'll be able to answer way easier.
Yes. A. Thomas said pick 2, DJ Moore, Joshua Palmer, or Leonard Fournette. Call me crazy?
I'm going to go Palmer and Fournette.
I'm going to go DJ Moore and Palmer.
I'm going to go DJ Moore, Fournette.
That's fine. That's fine. So we all have different options. So what that tells you is that you're safe no matter which two you play.
Yeah.
You're safe.
Honestly.
What do you guys think about Amari Cooper and the rest of the schedule? I mean, he doesn't have the hardest schedule, honestly. Past the next 2 weeks, he's got Dolphins and Bills, which is tough. But after that, he's got the Bucks, who've given up a ton of points over the top. The Texans, who've given up a ton of points over the not over the top.
Running wise, we have
open field. If you get him the ball, he's going to do work. The Bengals, trash defense.
But also
the Ravens, trash defense.
Him playing the Texans at that moment, we probably are going to be going for that number 1 spot. So they'll probably be throwing out a lot of young guys. See what they got.
Scheme, plot.
Half PPR, Sarah on YouTube says St. Brown, Swift, Gabe Davis, or Amari Cooper. Sorry, or Jamal Williams. Where the fuck did I get Amari Cooper?
I'm going to go. Honestly, I think I'm going to go Amon-Ra on this one.
If we're only starting 1, I'm going Amon-Ra. If we're starting 2, I'm probably going Swift and St. Brown.
Yeah, I'm for sure doing Amon-Ra. And then if you get a second one, Swift, I think. I like Gabe Davis, man, but he's so inconsistent. Boom or bust. And it's not bad. I mean, there's so many damn weapons over there, but.
Yeah, I agree.
Same thing there. I think I'm going to go Amon-Ra over Olave, even if Olave is the number 1.
Yeah, and Olave had a kind of a lingering injury, if I'm not mistaken, a couple weeks ago. I don't know if he's still 100%.
And that's if Andy Dalton can get the damn ball without throwing interceptions.
Facts. Yeah, give me Amon-Ra. Yeeman said likely or. Okay. Edward said trust Swift or play Mostert full PPR. I'm going to trust Swift. I'm going to trust Swift because Jeff Wilson Jr. is there too. That's just me.
Yeah.
I'm going to play Swift. There's too many weapons in Miami, and Tua is going to feed them.
Absolutely. Likely or Tunyon? Got it. Okay. Likely. Tunyon has blow-up potential, but the Packers are fucking atrocious. So,
y'all listen to Bum right there. He said, "Everybody sub if you want it."
Yeah, or he's gonna fight you.
Help us out. That's my line.
Oh, okay. I think Isaiah Likely over Robert Tunyon is like.
I think Likely for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's a likely decision.
What's up in a rough spot this week due to the buys and injuries? Justice Hill, Hillard, or McKinnon? Half PPR leaning Hillard since they might be down a lot, but IDK.
IDK is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Jack McKinnon just because he has the potential to catch like 4 or 5 passes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. And if it's half PPR, that's still like 2 or 3 points for you. So,
yeah, I'm going to go. Yeah, I agree, McKinnon. They said they're going to use him. He's been productive as they use him. So.
When you're down like this, that's what you do is you look for any points you can possibly get.
Exactly.
Take
Big Cheese, how we doing, boys? We are vibing, good sir. We're going to hang around for another minute or 2.
This pre-workout's really strong.
It looked concentrated at the bottom.
It is. I just realized that's the pump powder that I put in it.
That's fun.
Yeah, shake with it?
Yeah. Do it. You are going so good.
Let me get those.
You never seen that episode of South Park? They had a shake weight that could talk to him. He was like, "You are doing so good." And then after it was done, it would be like, "Do you need cab money?"
There's a movie about this dude who gets broken up with, and he buys his new phone, and his new phone becomes his girlfriend. And like he's plugging it in and out. Yeah, it's fun as fuck. Chris Geneva, I think. Lots of tiny questions, I guess, but you guys rolling with likely or Hill?
Call me crazy. Think I'm gonna roll with likely.
I am also rolling with likely for guaranteed production value because Lamar has to throw the ball to somebody.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
We're going to hang on for another minute or two, give you guys another second to throw out some more questions if you guys have any. If you don't, make sure you hit subscribe. We'll be here next week at 8 a.m. to do this every single week for the remainder of the fantasy football season.
They said out of Vikings, they said that TJ Hawkinson is going to play a lot today. They started working with him around 10 p.m., and he'll be in most of their packages today.
Which is not a surprise.
They said that he's going to stay up late, or he stayed up late learning the playbook and everything just so he could be a vital option in their passing game. That's what I was telling everybody on TikTok.
Curtis Samuel, Daryl Henderson, or Cordell Patterson start 2.
Don't start Cordell Patterson because he's on snap count coming off of that injury.
And Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, I could say that too. And Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, I said your Packers did not express interest in trading for Brandon Cooks.
You a fuck?
Crazy.
Fuck the Packers.
Fuck Brandon Cooks.
Fuck everybody that's not the Houston Astros. No.
Hey, true. No. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We out here.
Yeah.
With that being said, we will see you guys next Sunday, 8 a.m. Central Time. Waiver Wire Fiends. There's no daylight savings time next week, so no extra hour of sleep for us. But you guys, hopefully, good luck with your.
Let us know how you do. Do some DraftKings.
Yeah. Do that. We'll see you on next time.
Yep. Later.
Peace.